Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 3 of this RMS Saxonia tutorial. Today's focus is the next few decks of the ship's superstructure. If all things go to plan, we might be able to get as high as the ship's wheelhouse, so hopefully things will go to plan, and that will be the focus for today. So we've got on the prototype there about 1, 2, maybe, well, there's 2 decks to go on, but maybe we'll get, maybe we'll do the wheelhouse as well. We'll see. But first of all, we've got to go to the back end of the ship's white superstructure. So we started this in part 2, the white superstructure. We're just going to go to the back of that because we've got to add some inside walls. This is sort of an unfinished area we started in part 2 but didn't get around to finishing. So we're going to finish that off. So we're going to go to the back wall of the white deck basically, and go to the centre block, and on the wood block, well, from the centre wood block, which is that one, we're going to count forward to the 25th block forward. So not on the back deck, on the back of the ship there, just on the deck, next deck above. So on the centre here, count to the 25th forward. So that's 10, 15, 20, and then 25, which is there, and I shall put a red block there. So it's 25 forward. Looks a bit more than that, but that's fine. So it's 25 forward, and then we want to build a wall here which is 27 wide, so that is what's that, 13 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that way. There we are, there's our back wall, and then you want to increase that to 3 high, but I'll do that in a minute. And then for the side walls at each end, so it's the same on both sides, you're going to build forward 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out 1 you go 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then out 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So you do the same on the other side. I'll do that in a minute, but just want to increase these walls to 3 high all the way along. My voice is going a bit funny, I do apologise. Hope it's not a cold. Let's see, we're up to there, and then the next part like so. So that's half of it done, and the other side I'll do that as well, So we want 5 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what was it, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and out 4, and then increase that all to 3 high as well. Marvellous. Let's do this as quick as I can. I could have just copied it, but I thought sod it. And there we go, there's our walls increased there. Now you can start adding the doors or windows if you want to these walls that we just built. I've done that to the decks below, so these are the walls we built previously, and I've now added the doors or windows. So what I did, I added doors at the row of 4 outwards there, doors there, and then the rest of it was just windows separated by 2 blocks out to the back wall, and then another pair of doors on the back there like that. So that's a very random, very basic setup, but there you go. I have been told it upsets a lot of people when I do it randomly, but I don't care. This is my build and I do what I like. Anyway, that's those walls done there. So what we want to do now is either on the left side or the right side, because it doesn't matter because it's on both sides. This is the left side. So from the top of the white, so the white which is 4 high on the sides, we go to the very end of where it is 4 high, so this point here, this block, and we're going to extend that, the top line, by 3. So 1, 2, 3 like that, and basically follows the contours of the wall below. So add 3 like that, and then on the inside of that you want to add 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then inwards 17. So it should go along the top of the wall we just built. So 17 inwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus a colour block to mark the centre there like that. And there you go. That creates an overhang, like so, and it don't look too bad. So I do the same on the other side. There is a small issue with it, but it's up to you if you want to correct it. I'll come back to that in a minute. But we'll do the same this side. So we want 1, 2, 3 there, and then 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then inwards 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. Right, there we are. So that's that job done there. So the issue I was reporting to is the row of 17 here, or the row of 16 rather, goes along the side here, but actually goes over the side and overhangs the side of the ship slightly too long. So if you look at it from down below, you can see it overhangs slightly. It's not a big issue, but if you want to change that, what you can do is from the end here is add 3 blocks in like that, and then remove 3 blocks on the outside. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that. It's a very minor change. So we'll do the same the other side if you want to. So if you've got the row of 16 on the side like that, just go on the inside and add 3 blocks on the inside like that, and then remove 3 on the outside, and that will follow the contours of the actual ship, the actual side of the ship. So it's an issue I had on my prototype, and I didn't correct it, but this is just a minor thing, and it's not a real big deal. So yeah, it's up to you if you want to correct that, but yeah, that's all the issue is. And now what we want to do now is to add the deck. So if we start from the back here and start on the back corners, we can start adding the deck, and the deck will go in the corners like so, and we'll go all the way forward, all the way across to the other side, all the way forward to the front of the white there. And the white, the deck sits on the top line of the white. So as you see here, the deck sits along the top line of the white like that, and also sits on top of these inside walls. So that's how it should be. So I shall do a couple of rows like this, and then I'll do a jump cut to fill in the rest, because doing a jump cut is easier than actually using weld edit, because weld edit takes too long to do it. so I shall do the first few rows, give you an idea of what the hell I'm talking about, and then we can move on. And there we go. So that's the first few done. So what I'll do now, I'll do a jump cut and fill in the rest, and then we can move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the deck all filled in, and it should, in theory, look something like that. So the deck goes all the way forward to the front of the white wall at the very front that we built in part 2, and so it doesn't look too bad. So that's that deck done there. Not too bad. And it will do. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add some side windows. If you look on the prototype over there, you can see on the bottom of the white there is a line of windows. We just got to add those. So we'll start at the back end where the open promenade area is, down here, and we're going to add a window every 4 blocks along the side. So go about, so here's the opening on the back, go about 3 blocks forward of that, and then 1 block up from the bottom, add a window like so, and then do that same thing all the way along every 4th block to add a window. And this is one of those very boring jobs that no one likes, but just add them every 4th block. I think it's every 4 blocks on the prototype, I'm not sure, but it looks like it. So every 4th block, just add a window. Not accurate to the real ship, but like I say, who really gives a stuff? There is a very small minority of people who take this too seriously. Although I'm not complaining about it, you know, people do take this and make a passion out of it, you know. They want to have every detail exact. The problem is my details aren't exact, so you know, I have 50% accuracy and 50% random, and sometimes a little bit of extra what the hell am I doing thrown in. Right, there we are. There's the last window there, and there we go. That's all the windows along the side, every 4th block basically. So what I'm going to do now, I'll do another quick jump cut to do the other side, and then we can move on to the bigger bits. So just quickly, can't really see very well, but hey, there we go. So like I say, I'll do a jump cut, do the other side, and then we'll move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added the windows to the other side now. I should go down and have a look at that first. So there we go, I've got the windows down the side, that's all fine, that's how it should be, or how they should be. Right, so what we're going to do now is focus on the next deck of the superstructure. So we're going to go to the front wall, the curved front wall here, and go to the centre block, which is this one here, and the centre wood block. And I'm going to count back on the wood blocks to the 14th wood block back. So that's the first block there, so count back 14, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 there. Now I should put a colour block to mark the centre, so it's 14 back, and then we're going to build our wall up here, which is going to be 9 wide, which is, what's that, 4 either side, so 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, so that's our centre wall. And then we're going to curve the wall around, so behind the 9 we want 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 2 like that, and there you go. That's that side. Do the same the other side. What was it? 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 like that. There we go. So that's our curvy front wall like that, and then you want to increase that to what was it? To 4 high all the way around. So what I'll do one side, and then I'll copy it to the other side. So just want to build it 4 high all the way across, which should be fairly simple. Okay, so there's half of it done. Half of it done like that. So what I'll do, I'll quickly copy that to the other side just to save a few seconds. So here's me using Wild Edit. So I'll say just quickly copy that. So I do copy, flip, paste, and there we go. That's both sides done, and that is that wall 4 blocks high. Now what we need to do now, we're going to build a base line of blocks all the way around the back end of the rest of the deck, basically. So from the back of the curved wall here, we're going to build a line of blocks all the way around the outside of this deck, all the way up to the other side of the curved wall. So I shall do that now. It's basically a line of blocks, and then when we add the windows, which will go on the side, the windows will sit on top of this on top of this line, or this top of this wall, basically. So basically just tracing the outside of the deck. And so you're going to build all the way down the side like this, and then around the back of the deck, and then up the other side. So just quickly get this out of the way. La 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 la. There we go. And then on the next row, like so, and then the next row, and then the next row, and there we go. And then across the back, all the way across, and then up the other side. Not the most technically advanced form of wall, but it will do. I'm not complaining. So just get this other side out of the way. Is this the last side? Yeah, that's fine. So I don't know how many blocks in total this is, but it's not really that important. As long as you just trace the outside line, you'll be okay. Am I nearly there? Nearly there, it's fine. Missed one. Just carry on. And there we go, that's that job done. So that's that wall added. And yeah, it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my notes and get this ready, because this is a bit of a far-arsey pain in the ass job to come along now. So let me just get my notes ready. So what we want to do now, we're going to work on the left side, and then it's the same on both sides, so you can do this fairly quickly if there's 2 of you. So what we need to do now is from the back of the curved wall. So you've got this, basically this pillar here now, and what you're going to do now, you're going to add 3 windows which are 2 blocks high. So we're going to add a window there, leave a gap, window, and then window like that. So it's 3 windows 2 blocks high like that, and then add the pillars in between, and then add a 3 block spacer of white like that, which is 2 blocks high. So there's your first first set of windows. And then after that, we're going to add 6 windows. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 like that. 6 windows. And then at the end, add another 3 gap like so, and then add the pillars in between like so. So that's our 6 windows. And then after that 3 gap, we're going to add 2 windows. So we're going to add window there and a window there. And then after that, you want another 3 gap like so, and then a pillar in between like so. And then after that, we're going to want another 2 windows. So window and window, plus a 3 gap at the end, plus a pillar in between. That's fine. And then the next one, we want another 2 windows, window and window like that, but this time we want a 6 spacer at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then double that in height, and then add the pillar in between there like that. So it's a 6 spacer, which is a bit more random. So after the spacer, we want another 2 windows. So window and then a window, and then another 6 spacer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double that in height like so, plus a pillar in between like so. And then after that, we want 8 windows. So we want 1 window, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got our 8 windows like that, and then after that we want our 4 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 4, double that in height, and then add our pillars in between, like that. So that's that bit done, and then after the 4 spacer we want 2 windows, so we'll add window and window, and then a 3 spacer at the end, like so, and then a pillar in between. And then after that spacer we want, well, who knows, another 2 windows, so a window and a window, plus a 3 space, like so, and a pillar in between. And then after that we want another 2 windows, so window and window, but this time we want a 4 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 4, double that in height, and we have a pillar in between. And then after that we want, work out what the hell I'm doing, hang on, so it's that 4 spacer, and then we want 5 windows, so we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, plus a 3 spacer at the end, like that, so double that in height, and then add the pillars in between, like so. And then at the end of that pillar, or the end of the spacer rather, we want 2 windows, so window plus a 3 spacer, 1, 2, 3, double that in height, pillar in between. And then after that we want, I don't know because my notes aren't working, we want another 2 windows, so a window and a window, plus a 3 spacer, and double that in height, and then a pillar in between, of course. And then after that spacer we want 5 windows, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus a 3 spacer, like so, and then the pillars in between, like that. And then after that spacer we want another 2 windows, so window and window, plus a 3 space, so 1, 2, 3, double that in height, plus pillar in between. And then after that we want 4 windows, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then after that we want 1 spacer, so 1 pillar at the end, like that, and then add the pillars in between. And there we go, there's our windows down the side. And it should sort of look like that in theory. I think I made a slight miscalculation, I'm just going to check, because after that last pillar we got 6 blocks there. I just double check it on the prototype, so it should be after that pillar about 6 blocks, isn't it? Pillar there, and then we got 6 blocks there, so that's fine, that's good. So I've got all the windows in place, and so we've got 6 blocks spare before we run out of the end of the side of the ship, so you should have 6 blocks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's fine. So there we are, there's our windows in place. So do that same thing on the other side, so that would make life a little bit easier there. Well, not really, but it will get it done. And then once you've got all the windows in place, you just add a line of blocks along the top of all the windows and pillars, from the back end to the front end, basically connecting to the curved wall at the front end. So I just do this quickly, and everything should be hunky-dory in theory. Tra-la-la-la-la, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, tra-la-la-la-la, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh, there we are. Oh, nearly. There we go. Right, that's that done. So there's our windows along the side, and the ship is starting to look a bit better. So that's that job done there. So what I say is to do the same on the other side, and then everything should be okay. So like I say, it's exactly the same pattern on the other side, and I'll do that during a jump cut. So what I need to do now, I shall do that jump cut because I've got to work out what to do next. So like I say, I'll do the other side, I'll do the other windows on the other side, and then I'll do work out what to do, so then I'll come back afterwards. So I shall return in just a moment. Back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added the windows to the other side now, so the ship should look something like that. Nothing special, but it looks pretty good otherwise. So what we need to do now is go to the back end of the top deck we just added, or back end of the deck we're building on, and go to the centre block, and we're going to add some inside walls. So we're going to go to the centre block back here, and then on the wood, centre block of the wood, we're going to count forward to the 33rd block, so that's 33 blocks forward. So that's the first block there, so we want 33, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 1, 2, 3, so 33 forward. I just put a red block to mark the centre, and then we want to build a wall here which is 31 wide, so that's 15 either side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like so. I just measure that to make sure it's 15, and it is. I do the same the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that's fine. And then we increase that to 3 high. May as well do it now instead of later on. And there we go. So there we are. That's our 31 wide, 31 wide, 3 high block wall. And then for the side walls, we're going to build forward, like that. We're going to build forward. This is optional. You can either do it fully or not, but we're going to build a line of 138 blocks. That's 138. So I shall build the first block and measure from there, and then we want a line of 138. So you don't have to do this, but it's preferable. Which is an inside corridor, not accurate to the real ship, but you know, it just stops the ship looking so hollow. You know what I mean? If you look through the windows on one side, and it just makes it look like the ship has some internals rather than just being an empty space inside. That's my theory anyway. So I build it all the way along 138, and that's 139. So I've gone one block too far. Damn you! And that 138. Yep, that's 138. There we go. So that's that bit done there. Then you want to increase that to 3 high all the way along. So I'll do it. I'll do it with welded. Okay, so just basically increase that to 3 high all the way along. And then it should be okay. So all the way down to the side there. So I'll just use welded it. So set quartz like that. And there we go. That's that side done there. And then you just do the same on the other side. So once again, you want the line of 138. I think stuff this. I use the stack tool, so I shall stack a line of 138. So stack 138. There's that there. We've got a line there, that's fine. I just measure that line to make sure it's 138. La 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 la, up to there. And there we go, 138, that's fine. And then as before, we increase that to 3 high, all the way along there. I do apologise for using welded it, but you know, it just makes life a little bit easier for when you're doing these sort of tutorials. So then what you want to do is increase that to 3 high all the way along again, because these walls will support the internals. Well, support the deck above actually. So there we go. So we'll just set the quartz, and there we go. There's the internal walls built up, and then for the front wall, it's basically just join it together across the front. So what you'll have, the internal walls will be nothing more than a big rectangle. So you just join them together across the front, like so. And then, in theory, everything should line up. Well, not a big deal, is it? If you're doing interiors, then you know this probably not that important, because you can readjust it and do your own thing, because these walls in reality were not here. Well, they were, but not just straight objects like this. There were a bit more architecture to them. But anyway, that's the internal walls there, and they're just basically a big square or a big rectangle, so nothing really special to complain about or to talk about. So that's the internal walls, and as before, you can start adding your doors and windows like I've done with the decks at the bottom. It's basically the same process. So you just add a pair of doors like so, and then a stuff load of windows. So I put a window, 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 window like that. It's all at random, but that's how I work. So I just sort of put a pair of doors, about half a dozen or a dozen windows, and then another pair of doors like so. So just do that all the way along, and that'll be fine. You know, you don't have to really take it too seriously, but it's up to you how you want to do it. Alright, so that's the internal walls done, and then from the back end of the outside window, so these windows we built down the side, what we're going to do now is go from the top block here, which is the line across the top of the windows. We're going to extend that by 6. So we're going to extend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. That's what you need to do, and it should extend along the outside of the ship like so to this block here. So it's 6 long like that. Like I say, that's just basically a gap, and then you're going to build inwards 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Plus a centre block like so. And there you go, that's how that should look there. So it creates a slight overhang and also attaches to the back wall of the internal walls, which is all fine. So I'll do the same on the other side. So what was it, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then inwards 19, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like that. Marvellous. Right, so that's that job done there. And then the last job for this deck is to add the deck itself. So go from the inside walls and just add the deck on top of the inside walls like so, and then out to the side like that, so it creates the overhang like you see. So if you look at it from the outside, you can see you've got an overhang like that, and it's quite good. So you just want to build this deck from this corner or whichever, all the way forward to the front wall at the very front. So just do that. I'll do the first couple of rows, because of course this is a very boring job, and it does take quite a long time to do unless you're using weld edit. I don't know if the console, I think Xbox has got a basic weld edit tool. I'm not sure what the limit is on the amount of blocks you can do, but anything's better than doing all this by hand, as you could probably understand. There are people out there who are still using the handheld versions and don't have any tools at all. They're the ones who moan a lot, but there you go. I think PS4 as well, they don't think they have many commands. Anyways, it's not my fault, but there we go. So there's the first few rows of the wood. Just build that deck all the way forward to the front wall, and it all should look good. So what I'm going to do now, I'll do a jump cut while I sort that out, and then we can move on to something else. So back in a moment. Okay, there's the deck added, and it should look something like that in theory, and it don't look too bad. So that's 2 decks done so far. So what we need to do now is look at my notes and work out what the hell I'm doing. The next job is to add some windows to the front wall of what we just built. So the front curved wall of the top deck, we can add some windows. So what we're going to do, we'll go from the centre, and we'll go and add I'm trying to think actually, we'll add 2 windows either side of centre block, like so. So that's 4 windows there, and then we'll add windows every other block out to the end. So we need to put a door in as well, but we'll do that in a moment. So a window there, and we'll put a door there. Why not? Put a door there. Actually make it a double door. Why not? Double door there, and then windows again out to the side, like so. I mean, this is just random again. This is just me being a twat, but there you go. So that's windows down there, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll add our windows out like so, and then a window there, and then our 2 doors there, and then a window and a window like that. And there we go, there's our front wall sorted out. Not too bad. There will be windows added to the front wall down here as well on the lower deck, but that's a different thing. So that's probably something we could do last, because there's going to be some bits attached to that which will get in the way. So we'll leave them for now. So that's that job done anyway. So what we're going to do now is go to the top of the onto the top of the wall, on top of the walls, onto the deck above. So onto the top deck here, we're going to go from the centre block, and we're going to start adding walls again. So we're going to go from the 4th block back on the wood. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 back like that. Add a centre block like so, and then we're going to build a wall which is 9 wide. So that's 4 each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. Marvellous. And then round the sides, or around the corners, or around the curves, we're going to add 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 rows of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. It's a bit close, that is, but never mind. And then the sides we want 2, 1, 2, and then back inwards again we want 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then another row of 3. So 1, 2, 3, like that. I think that's how it goes. I'll just double check it on the prototype, because I think it may go out slightly further than it should, but if it's the same on the prototype, that's not a big deal, and that's fine. That's just, it just looked a bit close, if you know what I mean, to the edge. So that's fine. So I do the same the other side. So we want 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 rows of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the sides 2, 1, 2, like that. And then back inwards 2 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 like that. And I think that's good enough. And then what you want to do then is to increase that to 4 high all the way around. So I shall try and do this as quick as I can. So what I'll do as usual, I'll do one side and then I'll copy it across, otherwise I'll be here all day doing it. La 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 la, da 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 da. So 4 high all the way around, in theory. And across the front as well, may as well do that bit. Anyway, so that's half of it done, so I'll quickly copy that to the other side so we get both sides done, otherwise it takes too long for me to do it by hand. So we do that, we do copy, flip to the right, and paste. Like that, and there we go, there's that front wall all increased to 4 high like that. This will be increased in height again because there's going to be 2 decks worth of walls attached to this front piece, but we'll worry about that in a bit. So behind the front wall we added the 2 rows of 3 inwards. So from the ends of the 3s, this block here basically, so the 3 is there. From here we're going to add a wall down the length of the ship, or the length of the deck, 118 blocks long. So I'll put the first block there. So that's the first one, and then we want a line of 118. 118 blocks, which is going to be fun. So I shall do it by hand, and then I'll weld edit it up to the right height, just to save a time. It's going to be 4 blocks high, so build it 118 long, and then build it 4 blocks high. That just gets all the instructions out of the way. So how far is that? That is 86, so a little bit further yet. Don't know why I deleted that block. But there we go, so that's 116, 117 and 118. I just made a double check that. And there we go, 118, that's what we want. And that's that bit there. And then as I was saying, just increase that to 4 high. Like I showed, or like I'm showing now. So 4 high, basically to the height of the front walls. Like so, and then we use the set quartz for that. So once again, welded it comes into its own. And there we go, there's the side wall there, increase to 4 high. And I just do the same the other side. So it's the same on both sides. So once again I'll measure it again. So that's the first block, and then we want the 118. And as I say, I'll just build it freehand, and then I'll build it up to the right height with welded it. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Am I near the end? Nearly. So how long is that? That is 116, 117, 118. There we go. And then as before, increase that to 4 high, the full length, and everything should be fine. Up to there like that, and there we go, that's 4 high, gradually taking shape like so, and there we go, that's that job done there. And then the same across the back wall basically, so just join both sides together with a straight line from one side to the other. So I should do that quickly as well. I think that's how it goes, and now just look at the prototype, that's fine. So just build it 4 high, build a wall across the back, and then build that to 4 high as well, so it's 4 high all the way around effectively. So I shall do this one freehand because I can, and I'm not taking into account where the centre block is, so I may need that in a minute. There we go, so that's that little job done there. Marvellous. So I'm just going to add a centre block to that wall, so I need to go for this one and then go forward to that. So I'm going to add a centre block there. Probably not important, but I do like to keep centre blocks on certain things so that whenever I do measure things, it makes life a bit easier. So there we are, there's the walls added there, and then the last job for this deck is, well, for this deck house, is to add the deck. So go on the inside, and from the top line of the white, just add the deck the full length of this area. So from the back wall here all the way to the curved front wall, you just add the deck, and the deck should go all the way into the little nooks and crannies on the side, just down here as well. So you want to add the deck in here like so, and this, like I say, it just goes from the front to back, back to front, side to side, whichever, and it should look okay. So I shall do a jump cut while I work out that, or I'll finish that off, and then I'll just work out what to do next. So I shall return in just a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the deck added on the top, and it should look something like that. And then as before with the side walls, you can start adding the doors and windows along the side. It shouldn't look too bad. If I go over to the prototype and give you an idea on how it should look when it's done, underneath the lifeboats here. You can see it's the same process. Doors plus about 5 or 6 windows. Doors plus 5 or 6 windows. Doors. You get the idea how it's meant to look. So I'm not going to bore you to death with building that. So what we're going to do next is to start the next phase of the. Well, before we do that first, I'm going to add some windows to the front wall first. I'm just going to look at the prototype again because I want to do this first before I screw anything else up. So it's basically single windows across the front wall here. So we go back to the wall we're just going to add, or build, or go to. So we go to the front wall and we'll add single windows. So put one in the centre plus one either side like that. So it's single windows like that. And then every 2 blocks out to the side, we just add windows sort of like that. But personally I put them so that they're actually attached to something. So, oh hell. We can readjust that. So I put, move that one along to there and replace that bit there. And we'll put a window there, a window there, and maybe a window there. So fill windows in, windows in, windows in. There we go. So you've got 3 across the front, and then you got window, 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 window. So 4 windows down the side. So I do the same the other side, and I try and do it without screwing it up. So I've screwed it up. So I do that down the side. So put a window there, a window there, a window there, and a window there. There we go. So that's the front windows done like that. Not accurate to the real ship, but personally I don't give a stuff because what is accurate these days? Right, so that's that job done. So what we want to do now is to add a line of blocks around the front of the deck we just built. So starting in the centre on the front, we just add a line of blocks around the outside, like so, across the front, and then out the side like that. And looking at my notes, so you basically go out to the side 2 like that, and then from when you get to the outside, then you go inwards. You go inwards 3. So we go in 1, 2, 3 like that, and then we go in 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is where it changes. Okay. So I do the same the other side. I build the front wall up by 1 block out to the side like so, and then the 2 there, and then going inwards we'll add 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So this is the beginning of where the ship's superstructure will start. So we've got the inwards of 6, and then we want the side going back 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then inwards 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the sides of 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like that. So that's that side there. Do the same the other side. So it's the side of 6, and then we want the inwards of 6, and then the side of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then inwards 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like that, and then join them together across the back. And that's the foundations of our next deck house. But before we build it up, we're going to go to the front wall, and the front wall all the way out to the side, and only out to the side of the rows of 4, basically out to this point here. We're going to build the front wall up to 4 high. So I shall do try and do this as quick as I can. So build this 4 high across the front like so. I'll just do one side and then I'll copy it across. So that's one bit there, and then the next row, build that to 4 high as well. Like that, and then the next row like so, and then the next row of course like that, and then the next row out to the side like so. So that is 4 high, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. So there we go. That's increased in height now, and it does look a bit odd, but you know, that's the thing. So I'll just quickly copy that to the other side just to save a bit of time. So go out to there, and we'll do our usual copy, flip to the right, and then we paste like so. So there we go. There's the front wall fully increased in height, and then from the ends out to the side. So from the last row of 4 here, from the top block, we're going to extend out the side by I'm just going to work this one out, about out 3. So we'll go out 1, 2, 3 like that. So this is where the bridge wings are. So 3 out like that, and then the sides are 3, 1, 2, 3 like that, and then we go inwards 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like that, and then down 1, 2 to connect to the foundations below, and then the rest of the foundations can increase to 4 high. So I'll just quickly do the other side. So it's extend by 3, 1, 2, 3, back 3, 1, 2, 3, and then inwards 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then down to the foundations below. So like I was saying, the walls behind the pillar now, all the way around the back to the other side, increased to 4 high. The walls between the front wall and underneath this overhang increased to 3 high. So I shall do that first. So increase this to 3 high, because this is where things are all attached. Like so, and there you go, that's all attached there. And I'll do the other side as well, may as well. There you go, there's those bits there. And like I was saying, the rest of the walls all the way around increased to 4 high. So I shall do a little bit freehand, and then I'll cheat a little bit. La 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 la, dee 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 dee, la 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 la. There we are. There's a few bits done, so I just welded it the rest of it because I can't be bothered to do it all freehand. So that's that little bit done there, that little bit done there, and then that little bit done there, like so. There we are. There's that little job. So that's the what will be the ship's wheel, well, the ship's bridge deck. So you've got the bridge wings out to the side like that. And the ship's wheelhouse will sit on top. So before we move on to that, we've got to add the deck. So go from the ends, and the deck will fill in fairly quickly. Or if you're doing it freehand, it probably won't. But I'll just do the first few rows. I'll do the corner's edge, like so. So there's the corner pit. So just continue adding this deck from the front here all the way to the back end, and it shouldn't look too bad. What I'll do, I shall stand on this block here, and I shall cheat a little bit and use the fill tool. So we'll use fill wood by 300, and that will fill in the whole floor, and it has. That's fine. I should just remove the block I was standing on. And there we go, there's the deck filled in. Now once again, that was a world edit thing there, so that's just to speed it up. But that is how that little deck house looks, and yeah, it's not too bad. So what I want to do now is to look at my notes and work out what the hell I'm doing. We need to add some stairs now. So from the back end of the bridge wing, so the bridge wings go out to the side here, and on the back of the bridge wings, basically this line here, in where the bridge wing reattaches to the deck house here, we need to remove 2 blocks of the top weight like that, and then we need to replace that with stairs going down. So we'll get our stair blocks, which are these, and we should build our stairs like so, going down to the deck below like that, and then we add our white blocks underneath for support like so. And then the banisters up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up like that, and to make it more better looking, then just add blocks underneath like so. So there you go, you got your little corner stairs like that, and they don't look too bad. Do the same the other side. So remove the 2 top white blocks in the corner here like so, replace with stairs like that, and then stairs going down to the deck below like that, and there you go. Then we add our blocks underneath for support, and then the banisters, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up like that. And then all the bits in there like so. There we go, that's that little job done. So that's everything all wonderful and brilliant. So I'm just going to look at the prototype and work out what to do next. I'll leave it for a minute. So what I'll do now, we're going to actually add some windows coming. Yeah, so same as before with the deck below, we can actually add windows to the top line here. So if we go and go from the centre and go to the third block down, so 1, 2, 3, and we can add our windows there. So that's a centre window, and I'll do this design slightly differently. So I'll get rid of the centre one, and then I'll put a window either side like so. So either side of central like that. So you got 4 windows there, and then we'll add I'll leave a couple of blocks gap, and then add 2 windows there like that, and then add a window like so on each section like that. So it's just a slightly different design to the one below, just to break it up a little bit. So 4 windows there, and then we add our 2 windows on the side like that. That's fine, and then a window every other block, or central blocks to each row like so. And there we are. That's that little job done. Marvellous, brilliant, beautiful. There we go. So that's that job done. And then as before with the deck below, you can start adding doors or windows to this deck house as well. And everything should look fine. I think I can do a couple of little bits while I'm here, because I don't really. I'm sort of pondering what to do next. I don't know whether to end it here or move on to the next bit, but I shall keep going as long as I can. So that's the doors and windows there. Put a few doors. Actually, the back wall, leave the back wall because there's going to be an extra deck house attached to this. So don't worry about adding windows to the back wall. We'll think of something else for that. So I'll just get our doors added here and then our windows across the back. And I'm not really doing this very well. One window there and then windows like that. I can't remember. How did I design that? I did. That's fine. 2 windows there, and then we add windows every 2 blocks, or every 3rd block along the side there, like that. There we go. So that's the doors and windows added there. So what I'm going to do now, I shall do another jump cut because I need to work out what to do, and then we can move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do next is move on to the next deck houses, but before I show you that, or before we do that, I'm just going to show I've added the doors and windows to the boat deck superstructure along here. So it's basically a pair of doors, about half a dozen windows, pair of doors, half a dozen windows, and all the way around to the other side as well. I've not added anything across the back wall, but as long as we've got the side windows and doors done there, it will look a lot better. So that's that little job done there. So what we're going to do now is go to the back end of the deck house we've got up here, which is the one with the bridge wings, from the back corners. So this part here, we're going to add from the corner here. We're going to build outwards, and we're going to build out 4. So we'll go out 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and then the sides are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then inwards 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus a colour block there as well. So do the same the other side. Out 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inwards 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that, and there we go. That just extends the deck house a little bit, and then this deck house is going to be increased to 5 high, so 5 high all the way around. So that's 4 high and 5 high, so 5 high across the back wall of the deck house that we just built earlier, and then 5 high all the way around the rest. So the first one was 4 high, this one here is 5 high. So just get this little job out of the way. So this is more of a mechanical deck house really, because it's got the air conditioning vents and things like that attached to it. So I'll add those on in a moment. Just get the deck house built up first, or at least half of it. So that's half done. So I'll quickly copy that to the other side, like so. So we'll do our usual copy, flip, and then paste to the other side. So that's both sides done like that, and it don't look too bad. So then what we're going to do then is we can add the roof, but I'll add the roof later on because I just want access to it first. So what we're going to do now, we'll get our slabs, our quartz slabs, which are these things, and we should use them to my advantage. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some vents on the side. So we're going to cut a hole on the side about 4 blocks, make it 6 blocks like that. So a 6 block window like that, and then another one to the side of that. So you've got 2 big windows like that, and then on the inside we'll fill the wall up with blocks, black blocks like so. So fill up the inside with black like that to cover up the space like that. So what you have 2 black windows like that, and then in the space we'll add 3 rows of slabs like that to create vents like that. It don't look too bad. It's not brilliant, not perfect, and it can be executed a lot better, but this is just me doing it. So there you go. You got your 2 vent thingy-me-whatsits there. So I'll do the same the other side. So cut our 2 big 3x2 windows like that, and then we'll add the black on the inside. This is just a cosmetic thing. Like so. And then add our slabs like so. Like I say, it can be executed a lot better and make it look a lot better, but you know, it's me. So there we go, there's the side ones done, and then what from the back, or on the back rather, we need to add back grills. We need to add, how many of those do we want? 2 on the sides, and I don't know how many we go on the back. We'll add one from the side anyway. So from the left side we'll add first. We'll cut a 3 hole again. We'll make this one 4 long like that, and then add the black on the inside. So it's just more cover-ups like so, and then we'll add our slabs again. I've not done that properly. Next one down, there we go. And then there we are, there's our vent added there. And I'll do the same on the other end, so cut our big hole in there like that, and then fill that in. And then our slabs like so. There we are. That's the two vents there, and I think we can add a middle one. I'm not sure if it actually has a middle one, but I shall look at the prototype from here, and it has two middle ones, so we need to add two more vents like that. Oh damn it. So these ones are actually 4 long, or are they 3 long? I'm going to go to the prototype here, because I may have actually I've done it wrong, so yeah, they're meant to be 3 long, but I made them 4 long, but who gives a stuff? I'm trying to work our way around this one. So I think after that, what we'll do, we'll cut from the 4 long ones. We'll add a two long one, because I slightly miscalculated what I'm doing. So we'll just add another smaller vent to the side like that, and then same to the other one. So that should get me out of stuck a little bit. You've got to give me the benefit of the doubt here. And then the vents, slabby things like that, and there we go. Disaster averted. It looks a bit odd, but you know, I am a bit odd anyway, so there you go. And then you can add the white roof. The roof of this building is basically all white, so we'll just add quartz blocks or whatever white you're using to cover the whole lot, and everything should work out fine. He lied. There we go. That's that deck house done there. Marvellous. So that's that job done. That's my burden done. So what we're going to do now is go down to the back of the deck house we just put those vents on, and we're going to leave. Well, we're going to count back on the wood. So centre block of the deck house we just built. So there's the centre block there, and on the wood we're going to count back to the 16th block. That's 16 back. So that's the first block there. And count back to 16. So that's 5, 10. 15 and then 16. So the 16th block we'll put another colour block. So you've got 16 blocks back. And then for this deck house, it is a fairly simple one. So it's 17 wide for the front wall. So that's 8 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that way. I just measure that because I forgot. Oh, I didn't forget, but I miscounted. So yeah, that's fine. So that's 17 wide like that. And then the sides are 35, so I'll measure as I go along. I won't bother counting it. So that's the first block there, and we want 35. So that's 5 blocks long for the sides here. So that's how far that is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 like that. And there you go. That's the back wall done there. And then do the same the other side. So I line a 35 down the side here as well. There we go, and then across the back to join it together. So it's basically a rectangle, this deck house is, nothing really special. And then I'll add the centre block as well, because we need one of those. And there you go, that's the that deck house done there. And then what we can do now is build it to 4 blocks high all the way around. So 4 high all the way around. It's another one of those pain in the ass jobs to do, so I'll do the first few blocks and then I'll weld edit the rest. So just basically increase it to 4 high all the way along, all the way around both sides, and then everything should be hunky diddly dory. That's the theory at least. I think what I'll just do this one side like that, and then the rest of it I'll weld edit. So you just want to do the same thing all the way around. 4 high, so set quartz like so. So once again, I'm just using welded it to take a little shortcut, because doing it all by hand on screen does take a little long time and bores people to death. But there you go. That is that deck house done. Well, built anyway. And then the roof is all white again. So just add the roof again, which is basically all white, like so. So the roof is like that, all white. All white, all white. There you go. So that's the deck house roof done. And then what we can do from there is to add grills. So once, like before on the first deck house, these grills go on the side walls. These are slightly different design though, so we're going to go to the side. This is the front left, no, the front right of the deck house that we're on. So we'll go 2 blocks back on the side, and then we'll cut a 3 block long gap like that. We'll build it 3 down, so it's 3 by 3 like that, and then we'll add the black on the inside like that, and then we'll add the slabs from the bottom in the middle and then up the middle again. So you've got 3 slits slightly further down. The only reason for that is because the deck house is slightly shorter, but there you go. So that's that one there, and then we're going to add 5 on each side. So that's the first one there, and then we'll cut another hole on the side. So that's our second one. Another 3 by 3, like so, and then across the bottom, across the tops, middle, and whatever. So there we go. There's our 2 there, and then what you do then is go to the back of the deck house. In exactly the same position, but 2 forward rather than 2 back. We'll do the same thing again. So 2 3 by 3 cuts, like so. And we'll fill in the back, the black, rather like so. And then across the bottom we add our slabs, and all things like that. And there you go. There's the 4 vents on the side like that. And then you can add 1 in the middle. I don't know exactly where the middle is, so I should measure. Doesn't really matter. So in the middle it's 18 long, so probably add a 4 long vent. So what's half of 18? 9. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll cut a 4 by 3. No, 4 by 3 slit, like so. So it's like that basically. So I'll add the black on the inside, like that, and then the slabs. Like so, and there you go. That should be dead center. I'm not sure if it is, but there you go. So there's the 5 vents like that. The 2 end ones at each end are 3 long. The one in the middle is 4 long. So that's that little job done there. So yeah, all things are okay. So what I'm going to do now, I should do a jump cut because I want to do the other side. So it's exactly the same on the other side. So just add those vents on the other side here, and it will look fine. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut while I work out what to do next, and then we shall move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added the vents to the other side, so that deck house should look something like that. And when the time comes, this deck house will support the ship's funnel as well. If you look on the prototype, that big red and black thing with the stripes is going to sit on here. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to focus on the deck houses. So what we're going to do now is go to the back end of this deck house, and we're going to leave, or count back to the 4th block back. So from the centre block again, on the deck, we're going to count back 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and add a block of colour there. And so that's a 4 block, or 3 block gap basically, 4th block back. And we're going to add another deck house, and this deck house is a odd design, so it's going to be 11 wide for the front, so 5 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And then the sides are 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then outwards you want 2 rows of 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2 like that. And then 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then curving back inwards, 2 rows of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe. Yeah, that's fine. So that's that side there. So do the same the other side. I'll add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 and 2. And then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 and 2. And then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Join them together across the back, like so. And then I'll add a colour block again for the centre. And there we go. So that's the shape of the deck house we want. Sort of that, basically. So what you want to do then is increase that to 4 blocks high all the way around. So once again, more building in awkward places. And awkward design in total, rather. I don't know. So I shall do a little bit freehand, and then I'll try and weld it the rest because I can't be bothered to do it all. And there we go. So just 4 high all the way around, and we've got to add some vents to this later on as well. So we just I'll do half of it. I'll As I say, I'll do half of it freehand and then I'll well edited it. So it's half of it done, and then up the other side. I'll go up to the centre block and then I'll copy it across. So there, that's half of it done, and then we'll copy that. So copy from down there to the middle over here. Once again, I'm cheating a bit, but I just want to get this done. So once again, copy, flip, paste, and there we go. That's all done. That's all filled in, and it should look something like that. And then for the roof, it's all white. So the roof, once again, is just a white roof. So just go on the inside and start filling in the roof from the top. Like so. Once again, I'll do the first few blocks. Like that, and I'll use World Edit for the rest of it, just to cheat a little bit. So once again, I'll use, where's the fill it in thing? Where's the fill it in? Oh, there it is. No, that's wood. I thought I filled quartz. Oh well, I'll use the fill quartz thing. So fill quartz by 300 or 30, whatever. And there we go. That's all filled in, and I'll just replace that block that I sat on. There we go. So there we go. There's our deck house, sort of filled in, and it don't look too bad. And then from the back wall of the deck house, we're going to increase to 5 high. So add a wall along the back like so, like that. So it's basically sort of add the spoiler to it, if you know what I mean. And then along the side, just add 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. And that's it. That's all you need. Actually, reduce it to 7, and that'll look better. There we go. So add 7 along the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there you go. That's all you need to add. That's the only piece of extra wall you need to add for that. And then for the rest of the deck house, on the front corner there, and then the front corner here, on the narrow parts. So on the fat parts here, it's going to be different, but the narrow parts, the front left, front right, and back left, we're going to add vents. So in the corners on the side walls here, so this is the front left, we're going to add vents which are 4 long. So we'll go 2 blocks back from the front and go 1, 2, 3, 4 size vent like that. So once again, it's a 4 by 3 like that, and we'll add the black on the inside, and then the slabs in all the awkward places, like, damn it, like so, and try and do it right. There we go. So that's that one there. Do the same on the back. So one down, is that the right place? Nope. There we go. 1 block, 2 blocks back from the back end, or 2 blocks forward of the back. Same process again, like so, and then fill that all in, and that bit there, and all that bit there, and there you go. There's the 2 side ones done there. So do the same on the other side in the same place, and that should look fine. And then for the side walls here, we can add a pair of doors in the middle, like so, like that, and then we can add windows, which I've not got selected. Windows either side, like so. And that's the side of the deck house. So that's one side done. So you do the same on the other side. I'll do the windows and doors to get that out of the way. So doors in the middle, like so, and the windows either side, like that. And then once again, the grills on the side, like so. Was that 3? That's 4 there. So I may as well do it. And I'm here. I can do it. I shall do it. And we want the grills in all the right places. And there you go. That one there. And then again the other side as well on the back. Like so. And then slabs in all the right places. And there we go. There's that deck house done. There will be more detail added to this deck house later on, but I'm not going to worry about that today because I can't be bothered. So that's that deck house done, and so we're going to move on now to the ship's wheelhouse, and this will be the last job for today because I'm getting tired. We've done quite a bit actually, haven't we? We've done sort of like 3 decks, I think. It's basically all the superstructure anyway. So yeah, last job for today is around the ship's wheelhouse. So whether the wheelhouse will go on the front deck house with the bridge wings and things, the job we need to do first is to add a wall around the bridge wings, around the front, around the bridge wings, around and up to the back where that white deck house is. So we'll add a wall from the front around like so, and around the back as well, up to the stairs there, and then around the rest of the deck house, up to the white building at the back end, like so. So I do the same on the other side. Add a wall all the way around it. And then the sides. And there you go. That's that little job done there. And then for the wheelhouse, it's going to be, go back to the centre of the front wall, and we're going to add a pillar in the middle, like so, 2 blocks high. And then for the windows, we want 6 windows, so we want 3 other sides. So put a window there, and a window there, and a window there. So 3 windows separated by a block. You can just make them out there. And the same the other side. So a window, and a window. And then we'll add pillars in between, and a pillar at the end, like so. So it just gives the deck house its full width. And there you go. That's the windows added there. So it's 6 windows, like so. And then for the side walls of the deck house, we want 4 back. So behind the pillar on the outside of the windows, so the pillar there, the last pillar on the side, add 4 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then 2 in like that. And then 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2 in like that. And then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And do the same the other side. So back to the other side pillar, add 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in, 1, 2, and then 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 in, 1, 2, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3 across the back to join them together. And there you go. There's the dimensions of your deck house or your wheelhouse. Kind of like a, don't know, it's not very square, but it's there. And then, as before, increase it to 4 high all the way around. And I'll try and do this all freehand, even though I don't want to. La 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 la. I should release an album for that, shouldn't I? All my do-do-do-dos and la-la-las. Be about as popular as a Smurf LP. And I'll keep making damage. Okay, let's try and do this properly. There we go. Oh, done. Right, so there we are. That's the deck house increased to 4 high. And then across the windows at the front, on the side, we'll go from the side pillar and build 2 forward like that. And then same the other side. 2 forward, and then 2 in, 2 in, and then add a line of blocks from the ends overhanging the windows, like so. So you got an overhang over the front like that, and it don't look too bad. So there you go. That's how it should look anyway. And then last job is to add the roof, which is wood decking. So just add the wood decking along the top line like so. And this will go the full length of the deck house. I'll probably do this all freehand because it's quite narrow, this deck house. Oh, screw it. Oh, I was going to weld it, but I just may as well fill it all in. Right, there we go. That is all filled in there. Right, there we go. That's that deck house done. Marvellous. Let's look at the deck house. Do we need windows? We will need windows, but we'll add some stairs first. So, from the sides of the, we go from the side pillars and then go to where it goes 2 in, from the first where it goes 2 in like that. We're going to remove the top block and then we're going to put stairs in. So we get our stairs again. I'll put stairs at the top, stairs 1 down, stairs below that, and stairs below that as well. So you've got stairs on the side, blocks underneath, and then the banisters 2 up, 2 up, 2 up like that. And there you go. There's your stairs on the side. Same on the other side. Remove the top block, bonk, and then stairs going down. So stairs, 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 and stairs. and then a block there, and then banisters, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up like that. And there we go, that's our deck house. And then we can add the doors and windows, so I'll put a window on the side and a door. I'm just doing these ones at random again, so you don't have to follow it as gospel. So a window and a door, and then put a door by the stairs, and then the rest of it can all be windows basically. Kind of like that. Do the same the other side. A window and a door. A door at the bottom of the stairs, and then windows everywhere else. That is the right place, isn't it? Yeah. And there we go. That's our deck house done, or the ship's wheelhouse rather. Marvellous. There will be more detail to go on the top, like a little antenna and things like that. But as far as today is concerned, that's all I'm going to do. I spent about an hour doing this, I think, hour and a bit. But the ship, excuse me, the ship has definitely taken shape. It don't look too bad. It's brilliant, beautiful. Well, that's my opinion anyway. I don't care what anyone else thinks. There we go. So that's it for part 3. So for part 4, probably get the forecastle details, the stern details, and maybe the funnel in place as well. And then part 5, if there is one. I don't know if we're going to do part 5. I'm not sure. We'll see anyway. So we're on part 3 now. So yeah, we'll probably get this done in 5 parts, which would be pretty good. But yeah, so part 4 we'll try and get the masts and the forecastle, the stern as well, and maybe the funnel, and then we can leave part 5 for the lifeboats and all the finishing off details. But we'll see. So that's it for today. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing. Thanks for watching, subscribing and things like that, and a special thanks to my patrons as well. The list is slowly getting bigger, but that's no problem. All appreciated, and we shall leave it at that. So I shall disappear now, and I shall return in part 4. So bye for now.